Hi, I'm Michael Nadlin from Market Lead. I wanted to put a series together because the other morning I was thinking about why most Google Ads accounts fail. And the reason why I was doing this is because I've been very fortunate over the last few weeks where I've had a lot of inbound leads and a lot of inbound audits. So I've been seeing a lot of mistakes in accounts. But the interesting thing about most of the mistakes are they're not actually account-based, they're based on other human factors. So when I was thinking about this and reflecting on it, I wanted to put a mini series together about why most Google Ads accounts fail. And these aren't going to be technical things. These are going to be very, very simple things that you'll probably see from based on your own experience if you're working in-house at a company, if you're working in an agency, or if you run accounts much similar to myself and my company. So I'm going to put this together. Every video in this series is only going to contain 2 segments, and there's going to be about 7 segments. So I'll go through them now, starting now. Number 1, the main reason why most accounts tend to fail is expectation management. This is really simple. Expectation management is what are the expectations and are you managing them properly? And realistically, it's about 3 main things: results, time, and KPIs. So understanding what were the results the client was wanting, what were the results that you're expecting to get, and the communication between that. Secondly was, even once the results were confirmed, if they are even confirmed, is the time expectation as well. Are they expecting it today, this week, this month, or just this year? And that's a really big one because expectations around results and time tend to be the biggest issues with most businesses most of the time running Google Ads. And the third one is just like KPIs, like understanding what are the key performing indicators of success. Some people might think it's bounce rate. Some people might think it's CTR. Some people think it's conversion rate. Some people think it's cost per lead, and some are just purely on leads. So it's understanding what the actual key performance indicators are for success. So managing those expectations from the start, being on the same page is extremely important for success, but also the main thing that whilst most accounts have failure with. The next one is KPIs and moving goalposts. So going back to the last one, the KPIs were what are the actual things we're focusing on. When you are having clear goals from the start, actually sticking with them and not moving the goalpost. So moving the goalpost is essentially that you say we're aiming in this direction, but then you're aiming in that direction, you start getting those goals, but then sooner or later, internally someone at the company says, no, those weren't the results, or we've just changed them over time, or that we were hitting results, but then as soon as we start hitting them, they're changing them. So the main thing to get from the start is get really clear on those KPIs, but make sure that when you are hitting those KPIs, you're not moving them. As soon as you start moving them again, results start to change and outcomes start to change. So this will start with lead volume or CPL. So that's usually on the lead generation side. Are we aiming for a lead volume or are we looking for a cost per lead? Sometimes people say, oh, we want a lead volume. As soon as you hit it, they go, we want cost per lead down. Or you focus on a cost per lead, you get that, and then you just want way more leads. And a lot of those things do not work well together. So understanding that moving the goalposts won't be a viable solution. Most of the time it fails. The same with revenue targets and or ROAS. Like sometimes you do want to get a high return on ad spend, but then you want to scale it. But scaling is not achievable with a high ROAS like that. Similarly, you've got revenue targets, you're hitting those targets, but then you want to start squeezing more out of it. And maybe you can't. Maybe there's very limited growth based on ROAS goals. So that's a second one there. So I'm just going to leave these 2 now and we can jump into the next segment. If you've enjoyed this video, remember to like, comment, subscribe, but most importantly, share. And if you're ready to become a market leader and you're serious about increasing your sales, increasing your customers, and scaling your business with Google Ads, have a chat with someone at my team about your Google Ads account at marketlead.com.au.